If you go to look up something on your phone's browser, it's probably directing your search straight to Google. The tech company dominates search in Australia, and now there is a big backlash. So why should we care about Google having a monopoly?
They're the gatekeeper to the internet, and so everything that you search for, everything that you do essentially comes back to this one company.
Google's dominance is by design. Here in Australia, it was striking deals with Telstra and Optus, getting them to set Google as the default browser on Android products that they sold. It's been doing the same thing with Apple in a deal worth $30 billion a year. That deal could now be axed after Google lost an antitrust case in the United States.
These are once in a lifetime, once in a generation type cases. Antitrust law in America is particularly powerful in that it can strike to the heart of a company, and it can require that these major companies sell off some of its assets or change the structure of the entire company. So Google will be seeing it for what it is, which is an existential threat.
Google's parent company, Alphabet, is worth $3 trillion. As well as its iconic search engine, it also has a free email service, Gmail. It's got a web browser, Chrome. It's also got a games platform. The antitrust case found that Google's search monopoly allows it to charge big bucks for online ads. Google, however, says that it's got growing competition from AI platforms like ChatGPT, and that splitting it up would have significant unintended consequences. If the Department of Justice breaks up Google, what would that look like?
They would basically have to separate the search, the advertising business, and probably the cloud business as well for Google. Now that it would almost be a Siamese twin operation, very, very complex. Google is going to fight this from an appeals perspective, but we believe chances of a breakup are probably less than 5%.
So if they can't break up Google, what would they do?
I think the most likely are going to be business model changes where they're going to need more of an open platform for others to bid on advertising.
So has big tech gotten too big?
Look, I think especially when it comes to AI revolution, the strong have gotten stronger. I mean, big tech, from NVIDIA to Microsoft to Apple to Amazon, of course, to Google and others.
Apple is also being challenged by an antitrust case. The last big one like this was against Microsoft in the 1990s. That decision paved the way for other companies like Google and Facebook to emerge. The question is, if Google is dismantled, who will rival it next?